Alright people, what's going on? So it's been a while since I did a gaming news update video, off the cuff video. I've been doing a lot of scripted content, so I've been quite busy with that. There's been nothing particularly interesting in the news. I've seen a couple of things here or there. They're teasing this Ghost Recon announcement. I don't know what it's gonna be. Will it be a new game? Bring back Splinter Cell, Ubisoft. God damn, just bring that back and I will be eternally grateful if it plays well. Anyway, this video is not about Ubisoft, it's about Capcom. Of course, they are doing a DMC port for Nintendo Switch. The first Devil May Cry game is coming to Switch sometime in the summer. They really didn't specify a date. I assume there's going to be a trailer and some gameplay pretty soon because the summer is, of course, right upon us. I imagine this will be released maybe sometime in June or July, at latest July, but earliest I would say it might come out next month. I also heard that there's no physical version of this game being distributed. I'm not sure if that accounts just for the West only, which it usually is, but they said that the game is going to be digital only. Maybe that will apply just to the US region and not for other areas like Japan, maybe the EU, etc. I think personally it's great news, but we're going to get into the specifics of why some of these things are kind of baffling when it comes to this release. I'm sure the biggest thing is, where are the other Devil May Cry games? Of course, there is something called the Devil May Cry HD Collection that has a bundle of DMC 1, DMC 2, and DMC 3. Hell, even on the PlayStation, you could buy the entire Devil May Cry bundle, which consists of DMC 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're just getting one as a Switch owner, and that's it for now. The reason why this announcement is kind of strange is because they are selling you this game at piecemeal. I'm only speculating here, spitballing, but I think Capcom threw this out there because they want to see if DMC will sell on the Nintendo platform, and maybe this could lead to greener pastures that I'm going to talk about sometime at the end of this video. Don't get it too twisted. I mean, I love DMC 1, even though it's quite dated, even though it does have the trappings of the Resident Evil formula, the old school formula, because that was originally meant to be a Resident Evil game. I still enjoy that game, but that probably won't stop the Switch tax from coming on board and reaping your soul. What does that mean? Well, remember when LA Noire came out on the PS4? It came out on the Xbox One and they remastered the whole game, and then the Switch got a port as well. And remember when the port of the Switch was more expensive than the other versions? Well, that has a potential of happening to the Nintendo Switch version of DMC 1. I remember, I think the price on Nintendo Switch compared to the other ones, it was $50 compared to $39.99, a $10 difference. It gets a little bit more nonsensical reading this tweet from Strider Hazuki, and he says, you know, I hate how DMC on Switch is such a double-edged sword. I love how it's coming to Switch, but I hate how it's probably going to be at least $20, and it's only the one game. I got the HD collection a while back for about $25. There's going to be some highway robbery going on even if you want to get DMC on Switch. If you pay less for it, you're possibly going to be pissed off. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pissed off if I have to pay more for one game and I'm getting less of a package here. All right, you see what I'm saying? It's like all math, it all adds up, it all equates, and it sounds stupid. I think what Capcom needs to do is they need to actually make this decently priced. I do not see myself buying a remaster of this magnitude just for one game being more than $10 to $15 at max. I'm sorry, that's how I roll. Portability or not, that should be the ideal price for something of this magnitude. Also, there are people who are reasonably complaining and saying, you know, if Capcom wants to test the waters, if they want to show that there is demand for Devil May Cry, why isn't there any single player DLC announcements going on with DMC5? I know a lot of people are complaining about this. I feel like the replies are justified. People want more content to come in from Devil May Cry, and there's going to be spoilers in this video. If you haven't played DMC5, I'm sorry. Virgil shows up at the end of the game. He shows up. Also, I hope I'll put spoilers like at the beginning of the video as well, just in case, because I don't want to get caught up and sniped by people who haven't played the game yet. But Virgil shows up at the end, and he's not a playable character. Instead, you have to deal with his weaker, less fun, less interesting human form, V. V is not as great as Virgil from a gameplay perspective. They tried their best, but there are a lot of tweaks they probably needed to do to make that character a lot more fun. He's just a summoner, but a lot of times V can find himself in situations that are very, very hard to deal with because he's built around the idea that he cannot attack anyone else outside of using the cane to finish people off and letting his summoners like Griffin and Shadow do the work. Virgil is more fun, ideally from a gameplay perspective, beyond this. And some modders toyed around with numbers and things like that, and they managed to make Virgil playable in the main game of DMC5. To what extent? I'm sure it's unfinished, I'm sure it doesn't work too properly, but they got that motherfucker running. Now, if DMC5 is such a success, why aren't we just getting more DLC in the process? Why aren't we getting the proposed Ladies Night DLC with Trish and all the other female characters? Why not? I would rather a new game get supported than something old, but that's just my opinion. It is still cool that you get to play DMC on the Switch, but I can see why a lot of people said, why not DMC5 DLC? I would hope that if Capcom is smart, they are saving it for E3. I would hope so. I would really, really hope at this point, instead of saying, oh, we're not gonna make any more DLC content just because. I hope Matt Walker is screwing with us. I really do. Okay, so we talked about most of everything here in regards to my document. I just said, you know, I think they're throwing this out there to see what will work for Devil May Cry on Switch. Now, there is some positives to be had with this announcement. Number one, they made an announcement, and let me see if I can find it here. I'm kind of, you know, disorganized right now. I don't know why. But they said that Devil May Cry, I think Itsuno made some sort of interview not too long ago, and he said that he would want Dante to be in Smash only if the Devil May Cry titles were put on Nintendo Switch first. I don't know about you guys, but shit, holy shit, that would be so amazingly hype. Dante in a Super Smash Brothers game and Itsuno living up to his word, because he did say the DMC series has to be on Switch first, and then maybe Dante would appear in a Super Smash Brothers game. I seen a lot of salty comments saying, and I know like this was an initial rumor at first, people saying, oh, Dante's gonna be in Super Smash Brothers. People are saying, who is Dante? The DMC games suck, etc. I think they were just mad because they didn't have the DMC games on the Switch to begin with, and they were Nintendo fanboys. Just saying, fam.
Oh lord. Oh Jesus fucking tit fucking lord. Shrimp on the fucking Barbie in a Taiwanese whorehouse lord. Oh lord, he coming.
You can be mad all you want as a Smash player, but personally to me, I would love to see DMC get more recognition. This is actually a great thing despite my reservations. I would love to see Dante, Bayonetta go at it in a fucking fight on Smash and see high level players play with those characters. I don't see why that is a bad thing for a franchise like this. I think that, you know, Sakurai, he should be all for it. If it happens, it happens, and I would totally love that announcement. Maybe it will make me get a Nintendo Switch in return. Who knows? But anything can happen, and I hope this leads to that possible conclusion, because Insuno, you're a cheeky bastard. I know that's exactly why you're putting this game on there, and if that's the case, people can't say that a Devil May Cry game really isn't on the Switch, because very soon it will be. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. I had some fun making it. I hope you guys really are looking forward to DMC. If you haven't played the game already, coming to Nintendo platforms, I just hope that Capcom really considers the notion of bringing the other games over, while not only, you know, giving you guys a reasonable price while doing so, because there is no fucking reason why you guys should be forced to pay for a $20 cart when you can go out there and probably get DMC HD for cheaper as a used product. I just think that that's kind of highway robbery if the prices of Switch tax goes up on this. I think Dante and Smash and future implications could be interesting, but we have to sit and wait and see. Everything is a wait and see affair. What do you guys think about this news? How do you feel about Dante being in a potential Super Smash game, considering Insuno's statements? Sound off in the comments. Let me know. Are you picking up DMC1 on Switch? Are you not going to pick it up? Will you instead get the HD collection? Sound off, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Later.